Hey, and we're back. We're live. No music coming in on that, Jim?
And
okay, we're ready to go. Lloyd gave us a point, and we're on. Joe Ryan here with you this morning on WLCN, online.com, and WLCN Sports Show in the morning with Jake Johnston. And we're missing somebody today. Who are we missing?
I don't know what his name was.
Yeah, what's his name?
He got a truck the other day.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's one of the higher-ups here at the station.
He is the hierarchy.
They gave me a shot today to try to earn a pickup truck, so you know I won't get it. Everybody on the show gets a brand new vehicle but me. Lloyd, you have a new vehicle? Lloyd has a new vehicle? Lloyd! What's your favorite type of food, Lloyd? Pork loin, maybe? Let me hear you shout that.
Well played.
Yeah, well played.
Well played.
Let's start off with, let's talk a little bit about some things that you don't want to miss.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss us, the whole WLCN gang, next Saturday during Pigs and Swigs at the corner of Kickapoo and Pulaski Street, right down the road. Today we're at Joe Ryan Country Financial, and next week we'll be on the corner of Kickapoo and Pulaski, half a block away.
Yeah.
Don't miss us down there. Brought to you by Grau Incorporated. And we'll be at the Logan County Fairgrounds on June 13th for the Humane Society's annual garage sale. And we'll be at Jake's Furnishings, located at 1100 Woodlawn Road on Saturday, June 20th. And that's an excellent day to buy furniture.
Yeah, I will not be there.
Yeah. Where will you be? Will you be open? Will you be able to get in?
We'll be open. Oh, yeah. I've got extremely talented employees that
there you go.
That basically run the business as if it ran itself.
Well, I think that business can. I think there could be a drop box off for money. Just
I don't know. You go in there and watch Teresa work, and you'd probably change your tune.
Yeah, I agree. Also, do not miss the LCHS 2015 Prom Red Carpet Runway and Royal Grand March video featuring our very own Joe Ryan and Lisa the Fix 96 Prize Girl. That's on WLCNonline.com and on our WLCN 96.3 Facebook page. Thanks to all of our fine sponsors for making this 26th annual event possible. Big event there.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing. The tuxedo T-shirt you were wearing.
Good stuff out there.
Here, that was nice.
There's a lot of people there.
Was there?
Everybody, yeah. It's a pretty big deal.
It is a big deal. It's a fun little show.
Also, you can also check out on Comcast Channel 5 in Lincoln and Mount Pulaski. You can see coverage of our morning show, Cheap Seats Live. And we would also like to give a special thanks today to the beautiful Lincoln Hampton Inn on Lincoln's west side for providing our fresh coffee and pastries this morning. If you need to reach the hotel, give them a call, 732-6729, and enjoy all the amenities, including a free hot breakfast.
That's right.
Hot breakfast. Much better than a cold breakfast. Although I'm a cereal guy. You're a cereal guy?
I do like cereal, but the problem is I usually end up eating an entire box in a setting, so...
Just buy smaller boxes.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, if that's the way it is.
Then
remember those little boxes you used to be able to get? You could get like 108 of them in a plastic
bag.
Mix
2 different flavors together, just see what it'd do, yeah.
And all it would throw out would be like 3 ounces of it. You'd have to tear through 10 of them. But it was kind of cool to have that little box. Yeah, I'm a big cereal guy. All right, we'll get things started. Hey, don't forget our phone lines are up. If you want to talk about anything, 737-3791. Give us a call. We have the head baseball coach, Pat Hake, coming in here. He'll be on around 9:20. If he had some seniors available, he's going to bring some seniors in. But we're going to talk to him about the baseball season. They just finished up over in Bloomington. Boy, they had that game on the road, so we'll let Pat talk about it when we get here. But a great game, and I really thought they were going to head into today and get to play U-High, but things didn't work out.
Some good kids.
Yep, good kids. Yeah. Let that go a minute. Okay, unless he's listening. I don't know if he's listening.
I mean, it'd be hard on coaching staff to end the year like that.
Yeah, I know it was hard on the kids. We've got to throw Lincoln softball out there. Lincoln softball head coach Jeff Cooper. And Jeff, I would never make fun of you on this show. I wish you'd come on the show and talk to us. But he doesn't want to. So we're going to throw out there, hey, these girls are having an outstanding season. They are supposed to play at 2 p.m. today. They'll be playing Sacred Heart Griffin over at SHG on that fancy field. Lincoln with a 24-7 record. Headed in over there. I'm sure SHG is the favorite, but Lincoln has a great squad.
Great year. 24-7.
24-7. It's a big deal. Yeah, I forget who they just played, but they clobbered somebody.
Yeah.
Earlier in the week to get to this championship of the regional game. If there's rain, which they are expecting a bunch of rain, Coach Cooper said that the game could be pushed back to Monday afternoon. Not sure the time. I think he said Monday at 1, but don't quote me on that. But if it gets rained out, get over there on Monday. If not, get over there and support them today. You know, that's a real nice facility SHG has over there.
SHG has a lot of good venues for watching different events. So
it's fun.
Right there.
Coach Hake is in the house, and he's got a little Hake. That's a great venue over there, so you go over there and watch the game. We'd like to throw some other things out there. Lincoln Heat baseball's in full force. They're running around. I see the 10 and under in the paper all the time. We love to have those stats. If you want to give us a call or email them in the radio station, something, so that we know can throw some kids' names around and get them out there.
I'll tell you what, also for softball, the rec center with Josh Baker, he's kind of trying to get that program going again, and he's doing some nice things. Got some real good coaches at the 10 and under age group. That's where my daughter's playing, and I think that's going to make a big give the Chill a big boost, and probably the Heat as well. I'm sure the baseball program is being ran the same as the softball side of things, so it's a good thing for Lincoln to get more of them young kids out there playing.
Is Josh Baker running both?
He's running both.
Because he's doing some of the Heat baseball too, right?
He runs the Heat. He's doing that. He's doing the hitting house. I'm pretty sure he makes T-shirts.
Does he sell coffee?
I'm sure he can. He's probably got,
I don't know. You think he can make coffee?
Barista from way back?
Maybe we need to have Baker in here and get some info from him.
That'd probably be a good.
He's got a busy summer going on.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Lincoln football's in full swing. We want to throw that out there. They're going to we got workouts going on all the time. So I'm going to give you Coach Bass's number. So if you have questions or you need to know when to show up or you need information, give Coach Bass a call, 573-470-5213. Here's that number again for all you guys that were just getting a pen. 573-470-5213. Just give him a call. You need to know some information about what time to be at something.
And I believe the tweet is on, so possibly.
Yeah, we got the man right there. And then I want to throw out there, I know Coach Richmond has things going on with girls basketball, so you have to find out some stuff there. I don't have permission to throw out Coach Richmond's number, so I'm not going to. So you'll have to call somebody else and find out. But if she gives me permission, I'll throw it out there to you. But I know she has girls basketball and camps and everything going on. I think they're part of Coach Al's program, basketball camp. So all that's going on. So the summer's starting to heat up. School's officially out, right, Coach? Yeah. Does it feel good to have a little break? High school's out. There's still some grade schools in?
My wife has another week.
Oh, really?
27. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Means you have a little babysitting to do.
Or not. Somebody else does.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach Hake is in the house. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk Lincoln baseball. I'll tell you what, no words coming in there, but what a great song. In spite of ourselves.
Yeah, if you call in and name that
She
tune.
don't like her eggs all runny.
Hey, you know what? That's a funny song right there. You're going really back and finding stuff for us.
Call in when the gift card.
Yeah. You guys call in and tell us who sings that song, and you win a Bex card. Call us in and tell us, and I know that I'll give you a little hint.
Got laid in a month.
Well, I tell you, I don't know if we're on the air or not.
Good start.
And we're back.
Yeah, and we're back. I know that
I thought he cut it, but clearly not.
Miss Iris Dement. Call us in and tell us who sings that song for a Bex gift card.
It's a good song.
It's a funny song.
It's got good
I'll
lyrics.
tell you that.
Hard on a radio station.
Yeah, that's going to be hard on the station. The phones are lighting up now. We know somebody that knows that song. Okay. We're going to try to forward this on to the head baseball coach, Pat Hake's in the house. Thanks for coming in, Coach.
Not a problem.
You had a good season this year. I thought you we're going to just kind of run through the season. I think you've been on all year, have you? We couldn't
No.
get you on a Saturday.
No.
Your first year. Just talk a little about the season, and then we'll talk about our guest, and we'll get him out here. Then we'll come back and go on with some other things.
Off season, we'll start there. If that's, I mean, the
Great.
kids.
Yeah,
did,
right now.
The kids did a great job of going at it. The kids who were not involved in one of our sports coming in, we were going most days, and they did a great job the whole off season, working hard and getting prepared, getting stronger, getting faster. We didn't we hit a lot, and we did all we could. And then season, it's been my first year in a few years, so there was a lot of things that I had to iron out. Knock off some of the rust. I'd get done with the practice and go, oh boy, I got to get better at that again. But the kids bared with me with the practices and the way I run it, and they did a good job of just trying to do what I asked, and then they started to figure it out. So then we get into the season, and we took our knocks, and our schedule is I would put it up against anybody's schedule in the state, and we took our lumps.
I was going to say let's pause and talk there a minute about
Okay.
we hear. Let's talk about our conference. Obviously, I know it's loaded in football.
Mm-hmm.
In basketball, it's a pretty strong conference. I don't know. I don't know if we've had a state champion in basketball from our conference. Yeah, Lanphier got it one year with those guys. And I know that in baseball, Glenwood's been there, Chatham's been there.
Well, and Sacred Heart was a strike away from winning it last year. Right.
Yes.
So, and they have a lot of guys back. So, yeah, our conference is strong in baseball with obviously Sacred Heart, Chatham. They were loaded this year again. I mean, it's just usual stuff for them. Rochester had a real nice team, and there's Springfield definitely has a lot of talent down there, and so
the largest school in the conference, is that right?
I think so. I think so. And they run a nice program down there. So there was not an easy one, and it's a conference game. So a team like Lanphier, who is about like us, those are big games for them and us, and so it's not like we're playing bad teams, because on a conference game, anybody can beat you.
Now, as far as these regional games go, who is still alive? Because we had a big upset, right? With
we did. Chatham got beat by Mount Zion, but now
that's another baseball title.
But Mount Zion was 22-10, I think, to open the regional as the 4 seed. I mean, so that was just a loaded regional. So that was a little skewed because they were a darn good team.
Would they have pitched Mayton?
They did pitch him.
Wow.
And there's a kid named Von Quaylen. I've heard a little bit about him, and he hit a home run off of him. We had trouble putting Mayton in play, and obviously that kid did not. He had a good swing, and it was a 2-run homer. They won 3-2. Sacred Heart's supposed to play today against Quincy Notre Dame. I know that one's going down. And Rochester is supposed to play Mattoon for regional championships today.
And that game's at the SHG game's at SHG, right? They have both of them going on there.
Yes. No.
The girls softball. I mean,
Yes.
the girls softball and baseball going there today.
Yes, they do.
And rain running through.
Yeah. Yes. It's
A lot of storms. So
Good thing they have turf down there.
Who's your pick there? Can Griffin go back?
They're a good team. Their left-handed pitcher that was the kid that was on the mound in the state championship, he broke his ankle.
Ooh.
So that obviously, now they have some really good pitching, and the kids they have are really good. But I think that gives another team a shot at knocking off Sacred Heart Griffin.
So let's go back to last year on this Griffin game, because I remember reading about it. Didn't they have the lead going into the bottom of the 7th, and then they walk in the run? Was it a walk?
No, it was not. It was a single, but they were a strike away. And I think
That's what I thought. Yeah, 2 outs, 2 strikes.
More than one hitter came up with 1 strike left, and they found a way to get on base, and then a kid hit a single to tie it, win it.
And who was that? You know the team? I don't remember now.
I don't remember who it was.
Throwing some questions at you, but I remember reading the article going, oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Heartbreaker.
You're right there.
Heartbreaker, yeah.
Well, you brought a couple of guys in with you, a couple of seniors, so let's hear from them, because I know they like to talk. Tell us about them, Coach. Who's our first one up?
Well, he's got the mic, so we'll talk about Lane first. Lane caught for us this year. He did a fantastic job of he would be the example of where we went from in the offseason to where he's at today. He was our starting catcher, and I say it a million times, we're only as good as our catcher. And he made us a pretty decent team this year because he sure got to be a lot better behind the plate for us. Work ethic, and he's a self-made baseball player. He's like his coach. He's not the world's best athlete, but he has worked his tail off to get where he's at.
Now, Lane, so how long have you been playing baseball? Forever, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's been ever since I could pick up a ball and throw it.
Ran through all the heat time, right?
Yeah.
Chase that all over when you were a little kid.
Yep,
I remember running around. What's your plans for next year?
I'm gonna play baseball here in town at LCU.
Oh, all right. Good for you.
Nice.
What are you going to be when you grow up?
I want to be a police officer.
All right.
Yeah.
We need a few of those. So we'll get Green Slate and some people in here. We'll have them talk to you because we need
All right.
some of them in here. We'll get Sipowicz. You listening? Why don't you stop on by and talk to this young man? Velakovich looks just like Andy Sipowicz, doesn't he? You think? No, look at you looking at me. No, you don't think so? Hey, so what's some of your best moments this year? What do you think?
For me personally, the home run I hit versus Morton, that was a big one. And then
Was that the only one, or did you have some more?
that was the only one.
Well, then that's a big one. That's right.
Big one. It's memorable.
Did you take your time around those bases, or did you get all nervous and go as fast as you could?
I didn't really know it was out and when I first hit it, so I was just running pretty hard, and then I took my time the rest of the way.
The good news is he's not the fastest runner. So when he realized it, he still had time to kind of pimp it around the bases a little bit.
calm that down a little bit. You know what I mean? Slow up. Take a look at the guys in the infield.
Yeah.
Give a wink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No bat flip on that one, it sounds like.
Were you around second and then you figured it out, or no?
In between first and second, yeah.
Yeah, what else?
What was your big game this year? Which game do you remember the most besides the home run?
Can't really think of anything off the top of my head.
What about a big play? I'll tell you, I noticed the big, when you played Chatham, you guys were right in the game. Right there.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't go to the one out of town, but here in town, but I thought the little things that helped you were the defensive plays.
Mm-hmm.
Yarcho ran over and grabbed one over by the fence from first base.
Yeah, great play.
And then you grabbed one, a little foul pop behind the plate. You grabbed one. Those are little things that keep you in a game because, if those drop, it's another at bat for them, really.
Right.
So they were big outs. So I know that those were big plays I saw you make.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, there you go.
I don't know.
I think that says it all.
Yeah, there you go. Sometimes that silence is loud.
Yeah.
You want to give a shout out to anybody out there? Thank anybody that ran you around and got you to all these games. And first person comes to mind. You know what I mean?
I'll give a shout out to my parents and my grandparents for always being there for me and teaching me the game when I was young.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. Pass that mic over.
This here is Jordan Yarcho.
Just step on over to the limelight a little bit, Jordan.
He's you made freshman, you got a little time on varsity, is that right? Or were
no,
you that was your
dress at the end.
Okay.
Sophomore year.
He's been involved for 4 years, a little bit on the varsity or more. He is a tremendous player, very talented, and he was a captain. Both of these young men are our captains this year, actually. I should have mentioned that. And he is as good a player as you're going to find out there in different facets of the game. And he showed it Thursday in our regional game. He was 3 for 4. Every ball he hit on the nose. He got on the mound for us. He was there at the end. I mean, we came up short, but that's the guy we wanted on the mound in that situation. And just a tremendous player. Now, I have unofficially racked up some stats now that the season's over, and he tied the school record for triples in a career with Wes
Really?
Neese and Kurt Courtwright, I believe, are the two that are tied.
And you
So
don't
he's-
have near those wheels. You must have hit long balls.
He did. He's put on his pitcher's weight.
Wes Neese and
this year.
Kurt Courtwright you can run with.
I think I'm faster than both of them.
Oh,
Boom.
quit.
Let's
Get 'em
get
here
that
right now.
on.
It's
Because
Somebody
they're
call
not.
him.
It's
Get 'em here
because
right
they're
now.
not here. You're saying.
Pitcher's weight, huh?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I was an outfielder and put on pitcher's weight. Whatever.
Say leading in triples. All right, nice
Yeah,
for you, but
yep,
I'm
yep.
not believing that stuff.
He
for
does a
second.
great job of sitting back and driving the ball the opposite field. And then if you're going to get a triple, that's where you want to drive it. He did a good job of that. He's done it as long as I've known him. He's always been able to hit the ball the other way with some power.
Nice job, Yarcho.
Thanks.
So tell us. I know you've been playing forever too, right?
Yeah.
They chased around in that heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, your dad, he always loved that. Choose sunflower seeds and chase that around, right?
And walk back and forth to the car every inning. Who knows what he's doing there?
He did.
Wow, hope Marty's not
He
listening.
did a lot. He's not even up yet. He did a lot of pacing. Yeah, I know,
He
a
did
lot-
pace. When he was at the plate, I used to kind of chuckle because I know I did the same thing, and I used to see Marty do it when he was at the plate.
Marty walk up and down the sidelines and turn circles. Yeah, I know.
Quick story about his dad. My first softball game I ever played was against his dad's team. His dad comes up, and I'm just got done playing baseball earlier that day, and I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh yeah.
He crushes one, line drive. I run back, catch it. Lloyd was in the game. I catch it, rob him of a home run. Chain link crosses the chest here. Coming into the infield, he's like, "Oh, good catch, man. Catch the next one." I kid you not. He hit the ball so hard, it hit a tree in center field, and the tree and the ball had discussion on which one was going to fall. I mean, I've never seen, to this day, I've never seen it. That would have went out a 450-foot field. I mean, it was crushed.
Marty was a good softball player. Yeah, he was. I think he had a loaded bat, but I mean, who didn't back then? You know what I mean?
Say every angle you can get.
Yeah, that bat would just go ping. Good stuff. Hey, so besides your dad, who was your biggest influence of the Yarcho clan in baseball? I mean, Uncle Tom didn't have it. You know.
I don't know. I mean,
Uncle Tom didn't.
they
have
all
anything.
come to games every once in a while. My uncle Matt's always there when I go to Morton.
And he's a legendary coach in Morton.
Yeah.
I didn't get a T-shirt. Maybe you could ask him for one for me for Christmas.
All right, sounds good.
He's won a lot of awards over there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It comes from being around for a while, doesn't it? He's getting old.
Yeah.
So what's some of your
They're all
favorite
old.
memories? This year, last year, you know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the last game was the first 4 innings, I should say. I felt like that was the team we could have been all year because everyone was into it. And the kid wasn't a great pitcher, but he was better than most people we see. And I don't know. The last game was a lot of fun until, of course, the end. But
Till the end. Yeah, well, that's the way a lot of them are.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, great. I thought it was a great game, too.
Yeah.
Everything was spot on. You guys were doing things right.
Yeah.
You know,
everyone was into the game. The bench was in the game. I mean, it was just, you could tell everyone, we all wanted to win very bad.
yeah, I thought you had it there, too.
Yeah.
You're so how many home runs you had this year? You had a few, didn't you?
Just one.
Just one?
Yeah.
He's really a line drive guy, so the ball doesn't leave for him because he really sits back and drives the other way. So that's his MO.
I've seen. Yeah, you hit the ball hard this year. You had a big time down at O'Fallon, right? Is
Yeah.
that where you hit your dinger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one went a long way. That one bounced across the street, and it was fun to watch it leave.
They probably still running down that highway over there by Hardy. Or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. You're hey, nice job. I saw you make some good plays. You're what's your future like? What are you gonna do?
Go to Lincoln Land and play baseball there.
And
That's cool.
are you gonna go there to pitch? You gonna go there to?
Well, going in, I'm doing both, but probably positional instead of pitching, just because my shoulder's not the strongest.
So this is your sport. I always thought your sport was gonna be football.
No,
What do you mean
baseball. I don't know. I mean, it maybe could have been.
no? You know, if you're just a little tougher, I think it was football. You know what I mean?
Or if I didn't, I got
Just a
hurt
little
every
bit.
play.
You know what I mean? Hurt every play. You didn't hurt every play. You ran for your life a lot, but you know what?
That's when I was slow, though. And then
Yeah, that's what I mean.
junior
If you
year, I
pick-
got fast.
If you go to some speed camp or something, you're telling me you're going to run with Courtwright and Nice. You wait till I talk to those guys.
I want to see that race.
I'll run with them.
It'll be a little fun. It'll be a little fundraiser for us.
Oh, I'd beat them. You put all the money on me and you'd win it all.
Okay.
Next
Make
week
sure
at,
Kurt and Wes
Up
know
in
that
Smoke.
one.
Yeah, we may have it right down here. Yeah, next weekend.
Next
That's
The
That's
square,
what
right here.
That's fine.
I'm sure Courtwright's got some tight little spandex outfit he could put on down here and run.
The winner gets a $5 gift card.
I don't
at
know.
Beck's.
Kurt's not nearly as aerodynamic with that hair now, so he's got some flow.
I'm getting there, too.
Yeah,
you
you know what?
guys-
You're going to slow down, too.
It's pretty dirty right now, though.
Wes has
Let's have
probably
a
got
look at
short
it.
hair.
No, I'm not taking my hat off right now. I did not shower this morning. I wore a headband to sleep, and it was standing straight up. And
Like a
I'm not doing it.
Your hair's a lot like your dad's hair.
Yeah,
Not
except
really.
My hairline's not back here.
Man, the door is going to be locked when he gets home.
Wow.
He's probably sitting on the computer listening.
No, he's still sleeping, isn't he?
No, he's not. He gets up bright and early, ready to get called to work.
You want to give a shout out to anybody?
I don't know. My
Come on, I know who took you all around. You better say hi.
parents and my sister and my little nephew. I guess them. Hello.
Oh, there you go. You're on.
and Joe Ryan.
Yeah.
For being the goofiest man in Lincoln, Illinois.
Thank you. Means a lot coming from you.
And I'll beat you on the course, too.
No, you won't. Come on. Quit with it now. You're going to need a ride home.
Fishing tails coming out now.
Yeah. Okay, hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Coach Pat Hake a little bit more in depth.
Oh, look at that.
That's a nice one. You brought us back nice there, Jim. Yeah, there's no lyrics in those songs.
That song was better than the last one.
I'll tell you, and that Bex card's still here. If you could name the artist on that song right there, call in and get yourself a Bex card. We're sitting here, Jake Johnston, Joe Ryan, and head baseball coach Pat Hake in. Pat, you just finished up the season. Should we go in reverse order or however you'd like? What a great game over there in Bloomington. If we're going to go in reverse order, let's talk about that. Then kind of tell us a little bit about the season.
Okay.
Throw some kids' names around.
All right.
Your all-conference team.
Okay.
Maybe some coaches.
All right.
Let's just kind of talk here a little bit because there's the assistant. Start with the coaching staff then, because I know there's a couple of guys on there that I wasn't familiar with.
My varsity assistants are Tony Eckhart, and he's been with the program for 4 or 5 years now. And Brian Munson was a student teacher. He's from Warrensburg, Latham, and he stuck around. He got done with the student teaching, and he did a great job of helping us out also at the varsity level. Sophomores, we had Mike Smania. He's first-year teacher. Did a really nice job for us down there at that level.
Also coaching football.
And Chris Phillips is a Lincoln Railer from way back, and he's a great guy to have on our staff. Very knowledgeable guy. Does a great job with our kids. And then our freshman coach was Alan Lee, this was his second year with the program.
Is he LCU?
Yes,
That's
he
what
is.
I thought, yes.
Yep. Great. Just a tremendous coaching staff, in my opinion. These guys were all willing to do kind of whatever it took. Very helpful, very positive with the kids. It's just a really good year all the way around for our coaches. I just really like the job they did for us.
Yeah, good for them. Now, let's talk about the season, I guess. We'll start in the beginning. Run back through some of the highlights, some of the tough spots.
Typical, I'm coaching again, but I've been out for a few years. But, when you take over a program and you and the kids are trying to get on the same page, it takes a little while. And it took a little bit for us to jive together as a coach and players and them trying to do, and they always tried to do what I wanted, but we just didn't click until later in the season. I think you could kind of tell when we kind of figured each other out. And so early in the season, we had hiccups. We didn't play great defense. We didn't hit great overall for the whole season. Pitching was pretty solid for the whole year, though. I was pretty pleased with our pitching pretty much the whole way through. So that was early season, and our schedule, we don't do ourselves any favors. I mean, every Saturday we go face tough teams, and so when you look at 14 and 22, you're like, oh, they're not very good. Well, I'll tell you what, our team can compete with a lot of teams out there, and we go and find out really what we're made of to face those kinds of teams on Saturdays and take some losses for it.
And
we did.
Again, I always say there is not a thing wrong with that. No. Unlike football, you have to win so many to get in, but
I ain't making any Hall of Fames anyway. I want a tough schedule. I want to see the best that's out there. I want these kids to look back one of these days and say, I played against that guy. I played against that guy. And to stack themselves up against that is what I want. And it's a challenge, and it's hard. It's hard on the kids because we lose a little bit. Oh boy, you know the inside joke there. I think.
I'll tell you what, though, it was good.
I heard
it. The kids.
Sorry about that.
The kids did battle back. Oh, we're not, because it's funny stuff. It's funny stuff.
It's funny now that he knows.
The kids, though, I know in the beginning, like you're saying, they struggled. I really, the best, as a coach, what you really want to see your team do is, over the course of the season, improve. Yes, and I think you had that go on.
I absolutely enjoyed the last few weeks watching them, even just taking an infield. I mean, that's just a smaller part. It's not actually a part of the game, but just figuring something out like that. Like I thought we figured just, if you were to watch our infield, you'd think, whoa, pretty good team here. Beginning of the season, if you would have seen our infield, Joe, you might have been at one of those games. It was hard to get through. And kids figured a lot of things out, and it was fun. And we still didn't win as much as all of us wanted to, but we were in ball games. We were having fun because we were competing and at least having a chance to take a game from other teams.
And one of the most impressive things is, the Chatham team. I mean, you played right with
undefeated in conference, and we went toe-to-toe with them in 2 games. And really, I think Pat Mooney, the head coach down there, would tell you that on the Memorial Day, that Monday morning, we outplayed them. We didn't win, but we outplayed them, and that happens sometimes. I felt like our team was the better team on the field, and they just got a couple extra breaks.
He's a good guy, Mooney.
Oh, he's a great guy.
Yeah,
he's tremendous.
Yeah, retired but still coaching, right?
Yeah.
And he's hanging around in basketball too. I saw him sitting around on the bench over there too. Good guy. Is your so as you look at the season, let's talk about some of the kids.
Okay.
Maybe throw some seniors' names around.
Let's do that. Well, so you met Yarcho and Berglin, and we had Brock Bunner played the outfield, pitched a little bit. Call him the Australian because he came from down under. We kind of dropped him down low. He's going to go play at Lincoln College next year. Made some nice plays at the end of the season in the outfield for us. And he's going to play at the next level, like I said. J.D. Eigenbrod is also going to play at Lincoln College. He was kind of played a lot of different spots for us. Caught second, played some outfield, played a little bit of first base. And he is just a kid that loves baseball. I mean, he just loves it and eats it up. And I think Tony will be happy with him out there at Lincoln College. And then we had Ian Herzog, who came out for baseball. He's a swimmer, tremendous swimmer. Had a lot of success at LCHS.
I saw he just signed. He's going to go to Lincoln College and swim.
And he kind of told me, Coach, I want to come out for baseball. And he told me before the winter workouts, I said, you know what, make the workouts and we'll see how it goes. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't think he was going to come to the workouts. That's hard. That's the not fun part about this deal. And he came in and worked his tail off all winter long and gave himself a shot to be on the team. I kept him because he worked so hard, and he was a positive member of our team. He came and worked and got after it for a guy who was pretty far behind with his skills because he hadn't played in so long. But he was definitely a positive.
Brings a little personality with him.
Oh, he definitely brings some of that, and it was enjoyable too. He's a good kid. And last is Peyton Ebelair. Obviously, basketball success and all that. He's a good baseball player too.
Good wheels.
Oh yeah, always could run. Had 4 hits in that last game. Had tough at bats for us. I think I actually did some stats, and he was like our leading hitter with runners in scoring position, which says something about a guy. So he provided not so much with his words, but it was good leadership. Just by the way he played the games, and going to be missed. He had a nice season for us.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
He is. He's a very good kid.
And I noticed the wheels and his stick. Yeah, he was tough. Played some good outfield for you.
Yeah.
Peyton's good. He's a good ball player. Gets that from his mom, I think.
Oh boy.
I wonder if his
no
dad's
comment.
listening. So we work our way down the season, and like I said, I believe you were getting better. I mean,
yes.
The team improved.
I think a key for our season was, to me, the Mascoutah game down in O'Fallon. We went 9 innings against a good team, and we got done with that game, and we had all of our team seemed to be involved in that game in some manner, whether they were a relief pitcher, a runner, a pinch runner, courtesy runner, pinch at bat, playing a little defense at the end. It was just, I got done with the game, and I'm trying to think of a guy. Even, honestly, we had Ian Herzog did not play in that game, but he was calling a pickoff at first base when he saw a runner that was getting off too far. So even a guy who did not play in that game did something positive for us that day. So I walked away from that game in particular thinking we're progressing. That was a key moment for our team.
And the next day you played who did you play?
Columbia.
Yes.
Yeah, it was rainy, and it was not as much success the next day. But again, a very good team. 20-something wins.
They were a good team.
Oh yeah.
And I thought we played well. I mean,
we did okay. A couple little, and I always tell the kids in big ball games against good teams, little bitty mistakes are the things that when you're done with your game, like that little bitty thing.
It's always the little things that come back and haunt you.
Always.
It really is.
Yeah.
In all sports.
Because good teams don't make many mistakes, and they're magnified if one of the two teams does. So.
Absolutely. So you moved on down. I really thought you moved into the regional. Now, what was Bloomington?
They were the 2 seed, but our records were similar. I think they're 13 and 22 or something like that, or 12 and 22. And we faced them early in the season. They beat us 8-2 early. It was a really cold day. It's hard for me to even consider it really a baseball game when you play those really cold early season games. It's
I
more of,
agree. That's
let's
tough.
just we're getting through this and playing, and it does give you experience, but it's difficult to see who is who in those kinds of games. So they beat us, and judging by the way the game started, I felt good. Before the game even began, we had some really good crisp practices a couple days before. You could really see that, like guys like Berglin Yarcho and these guys were having they're usually pretty intense in practice, but even more intensity. Those are guys that didn't win a regional game in their 4 years, and that's just the way it's gone, and you could tell that they were hungry for this, and they played like it. We just came up short.
Oh, absolutely. That was a great game.
Yeah.
To watch. It didn't go our way, and
Right.
blah, blah. So what's your plans for the summer? What do you got these?
Well, we've got
what do you
kids
guys
playing
doing?
ball. There's a Heat team now for the 16s and 17s, and we have our Legion team in town also. And everybody is, hopefully going to progress their game throughout the summer, and obviously lifting and running. And I hope they're all the guys. We're going to have our closing meeting Monday morning and talk about things you need to do to get better for next year.
And when's the banquet? Does that come
Monday night, 6 o'clock, catered by Gazzardo. So I can't wait for that.
There you go, Gazzardo's.
Yep.
So it'll be good food, you know that.
Oh yeah.
And then some interesting speaking. You're combining them, right?
We and softball are going together. First time that I've known of since I've been around here that this has happened, and I know personally I can't wait for Jeff Cooper's
One of the most
speech.
distinguished speakers,
Distinguished. That's
In
a,
the Central
That's
State
a word
A.
to use there. Yes.
Coach Cooper.
Yes.
Yes.
And they might, if they get all this ran, he might be playing Monday, so he might come in either really, really excited because of the victory over Sacred
I
Heart
forgot
Griffin,
about
or Jeff Cooper is known to be pretty grouchy after a loss. He might be pretty grouchy up there on the stand, so that could be interesting too.
Yes,
So-
you're right. So I've seen both sides of him. Funny man.
Yes, sir.
and
One of the best.
doing a great job. Yep,
Yeah,
doing a
he's
great
done a great
job
job.
this year.
Yeah.
With that softball team.
They could tie the school record if they win this regional championship, and then maybe win it. Obviously, if they win the next game after that. So, and they broke that record last year. So this would be 2 years running that, the school record gets broken.
And a lot of
hopefully.
and a lot of underclassmen on that. Are there a lot of juniors on that team? Or not?
This group's got a lot of
Is it
seniors.
seniors?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just strong. A lot of strong players.
Absolutely. We try to get Coach Cooper in here, but he doesn't come in. So maybe we'll get an assistant coach with some players. Now let's talk a minute about, because I'm always fascinated with that facility that Griffin has over there. Do you prefer to play baseball on that artificial turf like that? Do you think there's an advantage is there an advantage to you because you're not playing on it, and when like Griffin would come over here, they're a good team, but there's an advantage to you because you've played in grass, all
Right.
the stuff, and they're not.
Well, we get like at third base, we have that little hump over there. We call it the Lincoln Hop over third base
Yep.
that the Sacred Heart Griffin boys don't deal with, but our guys have to deal with bad hops and stuff that happens on grass and dirt and high school diamonds. I mean, we have a nice high school diamond, but you're still going to find some hops out there. And on that turf, you're not. And I think it's an advantage to us that they practice on that every day, play half their games on it, and then come over to our place where they might get a bad hop. Where our kids are kind of expecting a bad hop, and then when they go to the turf, they don't get any bad hops.
Is it a disadvantage when you go there and play because does the ball come off of that quicker?
Yeah,
and
it's
everything else?
it's a little bit of a different game. The kids, and we talk to them about it, and we address it, and we know what it plays like a little bit now after a couple of years of it being there, and it helps, but it still is a little bit of a changer for the kids. They're just not used to it. I'd rather have it the way that we have it though, with natural grass and dirt, and I'm old school. I
agree with you, and it's boy, it'd be sure nice to have that when you've got a bad rain, but for the most part,
right.
you can play on grass.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, Coach, you want to give a shout out to anybody, or
let's see, Camden. Who should we shout out to? Your mom. Yeah, we should definitely say hi to Mom and we've got a whole family of brothers and sisters at home. Bubba, that's Cooper. He's also on the baseball team. And your sister Ellie, and we have a couple kids that are with us right now that are staying at our house. We want to say hi to them too, right? Yep.
Yeah. Okay, thanks again.
Yeah.
Keep his head down.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Coach, thanks for coming in. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back to finish up. Well, there we go. Now, that's a nice song to bring us back in on.
Yeah. gonna be hard on the station with all of us fired.
We know who that is. Free will. That means you can play any song you'd like. Free will. Say anything you'd like, right? Hey, don't miss that Rush tour. I just went.
Don't miss it.
My gal and I just went a few weeks ago. Wow. You forget how good those guys are. Rush. Go see them.
I think most have.
I'm sponsoring them.
Are
Have you seen them?
No.
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 None of these guys in here have seen them. Come on, man.
No.
Let's go. Go see Rush.
We got
the legends.
We got trucks. You got tickets to Rush.
I have nothing. You got something you want to throw out there, Jake? What are you looking at over here?
Yeah, just something kind of boggles my mind. The Bulls basically have fired Thibodeau.
Yeah.
Just kind of an interesting.
I never say
scenario
his
how
name because I can't, but coach.
Just interesting how it all played out. You know, a guy that had such strong winning seasons for so many years now with the Bulls, and they were eager to get rid of him, targeting, I believe, Iowa State's head coach, Fred Hoiberg.
It's probably all the head coach's fault.
You know, I'm wondering if it isn't the fact that his relationship with Derrick Rose was rocky, to say the least. I mean, you know, you think about all the games they played, and Derrick Rose only being there for maybe, a fourth of them with all of his injuries.
Sure.
And he wasn't willing to pamper him, I guess. So just interesting scenario how a coach can be such a winning coach and at the same time ran out of town for a team that was absolutely pathetic before he got there. So
well, and I guess we should throw baseball out there before we take off the air.
Lloyd's
Cubs
happy.
Cards, throw something at us.
Well, the Cards looking like they might be losing their first baseman, Matt Adams, for the season possibly, and talks have already started blossoming about Ryan Howard coming to the STL, which is an interesting scenario.
Very interesting. Let's have that happen. Why not? Why not?
I don't know. Like I said,
you're going to have. What about the Cubs? How are they doing?
The Cubs actually, they're playing decent ball. They dropped a one yesterday. The Royals are playing the Royals, though. So, Royals is one of the best teams in baseball, and they're going to show them why. So, we'll see. Maybe the Cubs can pull off a couple wins this weekend still.
I will say this. I believe the Cardinals are going to get all banged up, so, we're going to have plenty of excuses why we don't win. So at least that's going to be okay. We weren't at full force in case we don't win the division, but probably we still will.
We've been banged up already this season. You think of Wainwright being gone for a season, losing our first baseman, Matt Adams. Our center fielder's been gone for most of the start of the season.
And we'll still probably win the East.
Right now we're still definitely on top of the Central, so I don't know if the East is...
Is he all right?
We could win the East. Can we win the East playing in the Central?
Central. I say East. You know what? Okay. I'm thinking football. There you go. I was wrong. Hey, you know what? Every once in a while I say something on here that's not correct. It's not very often.
That's odd.
It's not very often. That's why you notice it. Where's that music at, Jim, that rolls us out here? Hey, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors and thank all of you guys for listening, and thanks for putting up with us. And again, if you're coaching a Heat team or any type of softball or anything going on out there this summer, will you get us your information, and let's throw some kids' names around out here.
Yeah, Josh Baker would be a good one to get on here, talk about some different programs. So
we'll get Bake on here. All right, well, we're going to sign off. Joe Ryan, WLCN.
Good day.